Okay, Shareability Uganda e-learning is your channel. Nelson Bisamba is my name. My number is 0783 25 36 98. And our email elearning@shareability.net. Okay, in today's video we shall be handling um, identifying three-dimension shapes and sizes. Okay, sometimes this gives a hard task when you are asked to name the shapes given on a three-dimension because they look too many. So in today's video, shall be able to identify what are those shapes, what are those sizes, what are their names, and how can we solve their area or their volume when given. We shall also be able to see how do you draw them and how do you put them on paper. Okay, let's have a look at some of these shapes. We shall be able to look at solid shapes. Those are polygons. In polygons, they can ask you the shapes, the different shapes, and their number of sides. Okay, so we'll have our examples of common polygons, which is among the topics that we first looked about in our recent videos in naming these shapes. So we looked at a triangle and we found how we can get the area of a triangle, the perimeter of a triangle. Now here we shall be able to see if they ask you how many sides does this triangle has. Particularly, I've created for you a table here that indicates the number of sides and the names of those polygons. For example, have a triangle here. The number of sides that this triangle has, it has 3. We also have a quadrilateral polygon. It also has 4 sides. Okay, we shall be able to see how it looks like, and we also have a pentagon. When they ask you how many sides does a pentagon has, please be able to see, be able to say 5. We also have what we call a hexagon. A hexagon also has 6 sides. Okay, let's look at these shapes and the other categories of shapes. Now, here we shall be able to identify some more of these other shapes, identifying and naming their three-dimension figures. These are still part of the solid shapes. Those ones that we have named above, these ones, you find that within these shapes or these polygons, we have shapes that are drawn in that category, and they also give a basis on what we learned about recently. You find that when you look at this figure of ours, this geometry shape, like a cone. Okay, we have a cone here. It has a symbol of a triangle in it. Okay, where we said a triangle has how many sides? Has 3 sides. Then we also have what we call a cylinder. Then when you also look at this cylinder, it has a variety of size. You can see in it, it has a symbol of a circle, the one we looked at in the recent videos. And we shall also be able to see if they tell you to find the area of this cone, how do we deal it? With the basis of a circle and a triangle, we can see the way how we find the area. And also, when you look at a cylinder itself, this is how a cylinder looks like. We can be able to see how we can find the area of this cylinder, varying on the video that we handled in the recent videos of a circle. We can see we have a circle here, and we have another circle this side, so, and a triangle within here. Okay, so we can be able to find now the area. Then we also have what we call this shape. Some of you can see it is like a box, but mathematically we call it a cuboid. Okay, we also have another shape. This is a triangular pyramid. Okay, we shall also exercise on how we can draw these shapes. Some of you cannot manage to draw, but I'll give you step by step on how you can be able to draw these shapes. Okay, let's practice one by one. We are going to start with what we call a cone. How do we start drawing one by one? Let me show you here. Let me show you here. Let me get mica pencil here. I have mica pencil here. In this pencil, it gives me colors. Let me see which color is good. The color which is good, I want to use a very good color. It might be good to me but very bad to you. Okay, let me use this. I'm going to use light blue. This light blue. So we are going to draw what we call a cone. A cone. How does it look like? We said it has a shape of a triangle in it. Okay, this is how they draw it, and this is how you start. Then inside it, it has like a form of a circle in it. So then in this we shall be having our center here, and this is going to be our what? Our circumference in that cone, and this is going to be our triangle in that cone, which means when you are told to find the area of this cone, you can be able to break it into uh, uh, many parts, where you will get a triangle in it and you will get a circle in it. So in getting the area, we shall be able to see how we get the areas and the volume that will be asked. Another thing was a cylinder. How do we draw a cylinder? How do we draw a cylinder? We are having our cylinder. It is very simple. You just do like this, and you create this category of circle in it. Okay, this category of circle in it, this category of circle in it. Okay, you can see that I've been able to draw my what? My cylinder. In this cylinder, it also has parts. We can see this side, it is in form of a circle, and this side, it is in the form of a what? In the form of a circle. A good example is like a chalk. Who doesn't know a chalk? A chalk that teachers use for writing on the notice board. You can see it is in form of this shape. So we call those shapes, or we call this as a what? A cylinder. So that chalk is also in a form of a what? In a form of a cylinder. Okay. Okay, let's also draw another shape. Another shape is a cuboid. Okay, we are going also to draw our what? Our cuboid. For us to draw our cuboid, you first draw. For us to draw our cuboid, shall be able to look at this. We have a drawing on that. Okay. Okay, we shall be able to draw it in this way. Okay, we shall be able to draw it in this way, and we shall be able to bring this. Okay, also bring this such that this has our shape of this kind, and also this has our shape of this kind. Okay, so we can say now and say that this is our what? Our cuboid. Okay, it is cuboid. Here cuboid. If I try to write the word, okay. So this is how we can also draw what we call a cuboid. Okay. What is another shape which is remaining? The shape which is remaining, you have a triangular pyramid. Triangular what? Pyramid. Okay, let's also have a look at how we can draw this. triangular pyramid, it has a symbol of our triangle in it. Okay, we first draw our triangle in it, then we also get some parts. Okay, also get some part in it, also get somewhat some part in it. Okay, let me first erase out this for me to give you a correct what a correct thing. Okay, we are saying we first have our thing here. This comes up to the center. Okay, this is going to be our center. Then also from the center we can also be able to get another line up to this side. Okay, please always be accurate. For me, I may not be accurate here, but make sure that for you are very, very, very accurate. So this is how we can draw uh, our triangular pyramid. Okay, so also here we shall be able to look at some other parts, the names now of these parts and how we can be able to state them. We also have naming parts of a solid shape. Now you can it can be given to you in an exam and they tell you how many vertices, how many faces, how many edges. So in this you can also be able to find how many edges are they just by mere looking at them. An example is here. We have a tube. Okay, we have a tube which is drawn here, and for this tube we shall be able to say this side you're seeing, we call it a vertex or a cone, vertex or a cone. So this side we call it a face, and this side we call it a what? We call it an edge. We also have what we call a cone. A cone also has what we call vertices. A cone also has what we call what? Vertices. It also has a curved what? A curved face. It also have what we call an edge and our plane what? Plane surface. So why do we bother to look and tell you these parts? Because they can ask you that find the area of the plane surface. So you also have to know that when they ask you find the area of the plane surface, they only need this part. Okay, they may also tell you to find the area of the curved what? The curved face. So you should also be able to know which is the curved face on the cone. Likewise to our cube, they can tell you to find out the volume of a certain part, like a face. So you should also be able to understand and know what to answer. So here in counting them, when they ask you how many faces does this tube has, we can be able to say we have this face which is facing on the right, and there's also another face which is facing on the other side, also this face which is facing this side, and also this one, and so also the one which is down, also the one which is up. So in counting them we shall say one, shall have a two, shall have three, shall have four, shall have five, six. Alright, so here we shall be having how many faces? Six faces. Then the vertices, they can ask you how many vertices does our tube has. We shall count. If these are the vertices, have one, we have two, we have three, we have four, okay, we have five, we have six, have 7, there are 8. So here we can be able to find out how many vertices it has. Then the edges, okay, the edges shall be able to say this is 1, this is 2, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay. Then the one which is up shall be our 12, shall be 11 and 12. So there are 12 what? There are 12 edges. Also in our cone, we can see how many faces does it have. It is having 2 faces, okay. Then the vertices, it is having only 1 vertex. Then the edges, it is having only 1 what? 1 edge, okay. So purposely, that's how we can name these shapes of ours. Then we shall also be able to see how, if they give you let me say our tube, if you have been given our tube and you are asked to find out maybe the volume of this tube, okay, they may ask you to find the volume of this tube. We shall also be looking at how do we find the volume of this tube, okay. Shall be also be looking at how we can find the volume of what, the volume of this tube, okay. So in so doing this, please, we shall be able to deal and find how we can get the formulas of getting the volume, of getting the surface area, okay. So that is going to be in our next what, in our next video. Feel comfortable to follow us and be able to understand. We shall be able to deal how do we find the volume of a tube, how do we find the volume of a cone, how do we find uh, questions of that kind. Okay, so for this moment I do say thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please be able to subscribe, like and follow us. Thank you very much. Have a good moment.